Hello there, my fellow basement gaming dwellers. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Joe, and you are watching The Average Joe Plays. And welcome back to another learning video for Tutoring Tuesdays for Smite 2. So the last episode, or last Tuesday that we did this on, this learning series, was on relics. So when you open up your menu, I can hear my cats running around upstairs. They're going crazy right now. They're right here, right? So we've already looked at all of them. Go check that video out if you haven't seen already. So the next thing, and this isn't going to be a very long video that I thought we'd go over, is going to be the consumables, right? So you get your relic, you know, it pops up right here. So I'll just show you, it pops up right there. And then the next two slots right next to it are going to be your consumables. And we're just going to go right down the line and go over them. These are very set. They're set pieces in the game, meaning you pick them up and you use them. There's no variation, very little little knowledge outside of that. But when the only thing you have to really know is to, you know, when to use them and why you need to use them. I remember starting out in Smite, I would pick them up because the build told me to, and then I just wouldn't use them properly for whatever reason. And it's straightforward. So, you know, if you already know how to play the game, you're not going to learn anything from this video. So, but if you are very new, you will learn, you know, something. So we'll start off with the health potions, or pots, right? So you got two of them, right? You got health, actually you got three of them. You got mana, and you got multi potion. So you can buy up to 3 of any of these, and basically you hit consume, or is the button that I have it mapped to is C, and when I use it after I take some damage, you will see that, you know, I'm gonna get some health regen, right? Let's take some damage. So as you can see, we are getting 10 health back per tick. And you might be thinking, only 10, that's not a lot, but it's over a period of time. It's over 30 seconds. So you're actually getting 300 health back. Same thing with the mana. I actually picked a very mana hungry god, which is Artio. Early on. So the pots are for early game. So as you can see, I kind of cycle through her abilities and I'm already at half. So then I pop the mana potion and you get 12 per tick, which is very useful, especially for people that are very very high mana users. So, and then I will go back. Actually, did they change it? Can I just buy stuff right here? Okay, cool. I can just buy stuff right here. That's a great change, Hi-Res. And then the last one, the health mana pot, is just 5 of each. Okay, so you might be saying, okay, so it just regens health, that kind of stuff. Like, when do I buy it? When do I stop using it and all that kind of stuff? And I would say that for basically the whole early game, you want to be using health pots, mana pots, whichever ones you need to use. So let's say that you're fighting in lane, like right here, you know, and you're using your abilities and stuff, and an enemy god is like hitting you, like right now, right? The minions are hitting me. So as I'm fighting and cycling through my abilities like this, I might be hitting like those pots right there. So health pots and health chat, or we'll get to chalices after this, but the health pots and the mana health, you know, potions will stack on each other. So right now they are running at the same time. So that is like really key, especially if you're playing support, especially if you're playing solo, because you want to be gaining back your sustain, right? You want to be extending the fights long enough that you outlast the other team, or you can, you know, basically win the fight, right? And get your health back. The other thing you can do, right, is if you are losing that fight in lane, you can like fall back to tower like I'm going to right now, and just let the health pots do their thing. You know, just wait for, you know, a minute or 30 seconds, go do a back camp, something like that, and, you know, you'll come back to lane for the next wave and you'll be all healed up. I mean, it's really that simple. I wouldn't try to waste it. Like you can still misclick, and I can use it right now. And the other thing you can do, I almost said exit, that's not the right one to use. You can kind of do this thing where you can just kind of use them all at once. I try to use them like once at a time if I need to keep going and that kind of stuff. And then, like I said, the other thing that I do is I have them stack and they're going at the same time. So next thing that we would go, and I guess towards mid game, you really, if you're going through a lot and you like need health potions and stuff, that is the next option we are going to. We're going to skip these for just 1 second and go to the health chalice. Health chalice, very, very good starter item for support. I like putting it on solo. Basically what it does is it's a mana pot, but when you back to base, it's gonna, let's see, is this base now? Oh, well, well, when you go back to base, this is just gonna automatically refill itself. So basically view it as you're buying this for, I believe it is, let's sell it. Yeah, sell it. So we buy it for 300 and then you get it for the whole game. So you buy health pots, what, 3 times, you use it all, go back. It's, you know, let's say it's 3 to 4 minutes. You know, you teleport back, buy it again, and you're probably going to be using the health, like the health is going to really benefit itself probably up till early late game, right? So you are saving so much gold, especially if you really do need health. So if you're like a support player, I would always pick up chalice. That's kind of like the start. You kind of go your starter and then you get your active, and then I always do 1 health chalice and then 2 multi potions. Okay, so really not much to them. Like I said, you want to use them, pop them while you're fighting, that is, or pop them, you know, when you are very low on health. It is always better to back if you are super low, so keep that in consideration. But you can literally save yourself by popping these mid-fight. So I'd really get in the habit of, while you're fighting, just, you know, clicking those 2 buttons right there or whatever you have the map to, and just try to get used to it, because it does take a little bit to like map your brain around that. So all right, so next items. I can just sell these right here. This is so new. I kind of like this practice. Next 2 things, I guess 3 things. Wards. So there is other types of wards, but I'm not going to be going over them in this video. I will have a separate warding video, which will go over the importance of warding and all that kind of stuff. But these, I'll just briefly go through them, tell you guys what they do. So this is your vision on the map, and the regular ward, you can just place it down on the ground. It's going to reveal enemies on the map. So like if they're hidden or they're behind a wall, you can just throw it down on there, kind of like this. So let's spawn a god. You should. Perfect. It's already gonna show. So that god's there, right? But I don't see him. I can go like that, and he's gonna be visible that entire time. Even if I'm like not like looking at him, I still have vision on him. And that's basically what a ward does. When you're playing like Joust or Conquest, where the map is big, vision is huge. Well, I guess Joust isn't that big, but in Conquest it's very, very big to have vision. Knowing where your enemy is going to help you play better. And then the other kind of ward right here is the sentry ward, which is the same thing, except it reveals enemy wards, you know, within it, and then you can go up to those wards and take out the enemy ward. So let's say you know, it's getting to late game and everyone's just warding the fire giant, because that is like the obvious spot to ward, right? You need to know if the other team's gonna go for fire giant. So you back to base. I would probably buy a sentry ward, throw it down on it first, get rid of all those enemy wards to, you know, make them go replace a ward or something like that, and call it a day. So earlier on, the vision wards are more useful, but we do have I don't know where it shows you. But we have those other, I can't remember exactly what they're called, the free wards that you get. Oh, curios, yeah, right here. You get these right here, kind of as starting vision and all that kind of stuff. So you don't really have to buy these consumables. But I would say the more later into the game, the more active items you have, you start to kind of need to buy them. So I would say like around mid game, I start really buying these, as well as if you are using a different curios, you know, if you're using the flare versus just the regular kind of vision that's already set up as a ward. So, and then the last one is kind of like the health chalice, but it is the warding chalice. So does the same thing as a regular ward, except, right, it's gonna, okay, so it did work. So that kook wasn't warded, so just watch back a little bit. You see how he can, yep, he's not on the ward, so I don't get to see him. So as you can see, it emptied the chalice. So now if I teleport back to base, it should refill, even though we already know it's not gonna work. Yep, they gotta fix that. There you go, bug fix right there. I think I could just tap it though. I guess buy. Oh, I don't know. How did I make the health? Oh, I sold it and then rebought it. So, it is 400. It's more expensive than the health chalice. I'm gonna try it out. I don't normally go it because I am probably one of the worst warders in the history of Smite, but I'm gonna start trying to use it because the health chalice does fall off. I really don't need it the whole game. I'm not using it very much in the end game at all. Like, it does nothing. Like plus 10 per second is not going to save me from like a full build ADC, like regardless, you know what I mean? So even if my job was to put down 2 wards and then go start a fight and then die, you know, it's better to have those 2 wards than a health chalice. So all right, last 2 items. This is not going to be a very long video. So, but I'm sure you guys can appreciate that. Very simple, very easy to understand. The elixir of intelligence and strength, or strength, whichever one you want to call. They are worth 3,000 for a reason. These are your end game consumables. These are supposed to increase intelligence for quite a bit. 330 seconds is a long time in Smite. What is that? Not 5 minutes. It's 6 minutes, and you basically have, you know, increased strength, increased intelligence, which is going to do much more damage. It's supposed to help the end game, where you can kind of snowball the game to when, you know, you like go get fire giant, you get enhanced fire giant, pop these potions, and you should, like, theoretically, if a team can do that, they should basically win. You should be able to outplay just from having these enhancements. So, you know, after you, and it really comes down to, you have all your items, right? So I'm full slot here. I have all my items. I'm just clicking random items at this point. You know, I'm filled up right there. I of course buy starter and all that kind of stuff, and I'm like, oh, you know, what can I buy next? And I have a buttload of gold. You know, go intelligence depending on who your god is, how they scale. Sometimes you do, I mean, you do need to know what kind of scaling your god has. For support, I'm generally going intelligence, right? Like, it's just god dependent, right? And then you do way more damage than you ever have done before, and you can end the game you know, with a bang. So not too much to them. They're just there for that end game kind of item that you have to buy. I kind of wish they had it. They did have it so that they stacked. I kind of wish they went back to that. So if you're in like a stupid long game, you could just stack the potions, but I get why you can't stack it. You know, they're up for a very long time, and it's really only supposed to help further the late game, the end game, stuff like that. So those are all the consumables. Smite 1 really didn't go through too many differences in there. I would say the only difference in Smite 1 than 2 in terms of consumables is the mana potion. I think they also had a mana chalice. there are not a lot of there is not many times, if any, that I've had to buy mana potions on supports, which I'm pretty sure in Smite 1 that was a thing where I was running out of mana quite a bit as a support player. Maybe I was just not playing correctly, but I find right now that if I'm playing support or solo, I can get away with a multi-potion. Same thing with when I'm playing my regular attack, ADC characters. Like, I'm not going for the mana, like, ever. I am very good with a multi-potion, especially since they the multi-potion and the House Chalice stack when you use them on each other. I just really don't see any use for the mana, which I'm pretty sure was different in Smite. Maybe it's because there was more gods. There was a bigger god pool in Smite 1. I'm not entirely sure. So anyway, there's my little quick lesson on consumables. Hopefully it'll get you guys started and give you a little bit more understanding of some items in Smite. And if you like the video, hit that like button. I cannot do it for you. You have to do it, fellow viewer. And if you like what we're doing on the channel, hit that subscribe button already. I don't know what you're doing. It will help me out a ton in the long run, getting these videos out to more people. As well, leave a comment down below. What do you want to see? What would you like to learn about in this game? Because Smite's a long game. It's a learning game. It takes tons and tons of hours. So just getting something simple up can really help, the newer player, like players that are like, why am I even buying this? Like, I'm using them. Am I using them right? That kind of stuff. So I hope this series can do pretty well. I'm going to keep making it till basically all the fundamentals are done. And then we might have to work on some other kind of like god matchups and that kind of stuff. But at least if we can get the fundamentals down, there'll be a good route for people to kind of like go to. That's kind of the goal of it. So like I said, I hope you all are having a great, wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace. Hey there, my basement dwelling gamers. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. You are really, really, really neat. If you are just wandering in and are new to the channel, I make some cool videos of video games and collecting, whatever I'm in the mood for. If you want to stay up to date with me, please consider hitting that subscribe button and pressing the notifications so you can know exactly when the next video drops. If you like today's video, why not just hit that like button so we can reach the hearts of more people, and of course, drop a comment down below. Alright friends, this is the Average Joe saying have a great one wherever you are, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.